I'm Bobby Rio. This is Rob Judge. And in this short video today, we just wanted to go over 3 toxic mistakes guys make when it comes to girls that they're really interested in and they want to maybe make their girlfriend or take it to that next level with. You know, I think both Rob and I, we both grew up in the 80s. We grew up on the John Cusack movies. And I think the movie Say Anything did more damage to my love life than anything, because there was a scene in that movie where he's standing outside. I don't know if you saw the movie.
Oh, I know exactly.
He's standing outside with the boombox blasting in your eyes. And that, to me, growing up, was the epitome of like, that's how you get the girl. You know? And there was other movies. There's the movie Can't Hardly Wait, where he writes her this love poem, and then she finally finds it at the end of the movie, and she like runs to him at the train station. And I think a lot of guys, even if they don't consciously believe it, they still have this, they hold on to this thing, like, once she knows, you know, I just have to let her know.
Yeah, it's like a grandiose gesture. It's they think that, like, you know, they're a character in the movie, they think they're going to do this grand gesture, and it seems like the climax, and she's suddenly going to be like, yes, like, this is the guy I've had feelings for the whole time. Whereas, like, you know, if you understand anything like female psychology or female attraction, it's more, it's a way more gradual thing, and it involves, you know, factors that are beyond just, you know, one grand move that's suddenly going to make her realize, like, yes, this is the guy.
So 3 of the things that we consider the 3 most biggest toxic mistakes. And the first one is sending a girl flowers at work. Now, if you want a girl's vagina to instantly dry up, send her flowers at work.
It's probably the number one worst thing you can do.
Yeah.
Some girls actually enjoy it, but not enjoy it for like a good reason. They enjoy it because they like the attention that it brings in their office, but the attention is not going to be good for you, because she's going to realize that she has you wrapped around her finger, that you're a total chump for her. She's going to lose respect for you because, like, you know, you're scrambling to like send these flowers at her work. And, you know, on the other side of the spectrum, and it's probably more common, is she gets really, really creeped out.
Yeah, I've sent flowers to 3 girls' work, and all of their vaginas instantly dried up, and I never got back in. And I think, you know, just to iterate one last thing on what you said, I think the final thing on it is not only does it transmute this creepiness and too much interest and all these other things, but it's also just so cliche. You know, it's almost like unimaginative as well. On top of like being like too forward and kind of doing something that is just boosting her ego, but not really doing anything to attract her. You're also doing it in a cliched way. Like it's not even original. So if you're thinking about doing it, don't, because I let somebody talk me into it. You know, I had done it twice and it didn't work. And the third time, I remember sitting with my friend going, I'm going to buy her. I have to show her that I like her. And then and I was sitting there ordering the flowers, and I'm like, should I do it? And he gave me the nod. He's like, do it. And I can go back now and I can strangle him because, so the second big mistake.
That's like a friend just to go back. That's like a friend, like allowing a friend to just drive drunk. It's just not cool. It's just like not a cool move. So if your friend wants to send a girl flowers too, step in, be like, don't do it. Direct him to this video. Do something, but somehow like talk him out of it, because it's not going to end well.
So the second toxic mistake, and it kind of goes along with the sending the flowers to work, but it's confessing your feelings too soon in a verbal manner. And this is when I can remember a date that I was on with this girl, and I had met her on Match.com, and it was like the first really good date off a Match that I had gone on in a while. And she was just adorable. She was she says she was a model, but you know, I don't know, but she was cute, and we were hanging out, and I was just having such a good time with her. And like, even though at this point I had known like a lot of this stuff, but I still heard myself just bubbling over like,
I've been there.
So cute. I haven't had a date like this in so long, and like and you know, at the time it was like I had a few drinks in me too, and I'm like saying this and thinking like she must, because you know, one of the things is we transfer what we're feeling onto somebody else, and in my mind I'm thinking this is the best date I've ever had, and I'm thinking she's feeling the same way because she was having a good time. And you know, just because you're thinking like, wow, we have such a connection, you can't let your guard down.
You can't. I know. I cannot agree more. And it's like the siren call of like, it's like the sirens. It's like, oh, the siren song of I want to tell her how I feel because I'm just so enjoying the moment. Enjoy the moment and let it be a private moment. Don't make it a public moment that you're going to confess to her too, because then it's not going to end well.
Yeah, I'll fast forward to that date. About 4 days later, I had emailed her because on the date we were like talking about playing tennis together, and I emailed her like, so when are we going to play the tennis date? I didn't hear back from her. So yeah, just to, but you had brought up a point earlier and about, you do have to express a sexual interest. It's not a matter of not complimenting.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, I'm a big complimenter. I'm big into complimenting girls. I think that, a girl looks great, I'm going to let her know. If a girl says something funny, I'm going to let her know. If a girl says something interesting, I'm going to let her know. I have no problem at all complimenting a girl, telling her, like, that I'm enjoying an aspect of her personality or the way she looks or, any aspect of her, it's fine. But the thing is that, like, you want to make sure that she understands that you're just a guy who's confident enough to tell another person when they're doing well. If I have a waiter that's doing a great job, I'm going to tell the waiter, hey, man, great waiter, dude, thank you. Like you were awesome. Like, so you want to project that onto everyone, not just her. And, ideally, that's just a great way to be. It's just a cool way to live your life. But on top of that, if you're complimenting her, that we're not saying don't compliment girls. We're not saying, be a jerk.
An easy way, the simple way to think of it is she can know you want to bang her, but she can't know you want to be her boyfriend. She can't know that early on. That's like, think of it like this. You being her boyfriend, that's your trump card. That's what you keep in your pocket as long as you possibly can. Because that's what she doesn't know if she can have. She knows, like, oh, of course this guy probably wants to sleep with me. But she doesn't know if you want to be her boyfriend. So the longer you keep that in her pocket, the more she's working to win you over. And that's the footing you want to be on.
I love that. Like that, I hope 1,000 years from now, people will attribute that quote to you, like they now quote Confucius, because that is such a great quote. And just to reiterate again, she can know you want to bang her, but she should not know that you want to be her boyfriend, even if you do want to be her boyfriend.
So the final toxic mistake that we wanted to talk about today was being too available. And this one is one of those ones that kind of like confessing your feelings because you feel it and you assume she feels it. And I always say, like, your emotions are like a dickless virgin whispering in your ear. Because what you're feeling is always going to be the wrong advice. If you're feeling like, man, I just want to spend every moment with her, like, that is the virgin that kept you from getting laid your whole life, because that's that mentality of it.
Oh, my God. That dickless virgin has cock-blocked me on more occasions than I would like to admit. But absolutely, and it goes even beyond just being available in the sense of like going on dates, but like texting too much, responding to her text instantly. We've done interviews with women before where they've said, like, if a guy texts me back, within 2 minutes of me sending a text, I know he's sitting by his phone waiting for me to text. Sometimes the best thing you can do is put your phone on silent, put it in your back pocket, and forget about her. Live your life. Like, ideally, like, girls don't want to be the focal point of your life. They want you to have a cool, interesting life, that you're out doing stuff, you have friends, you have a career that you're passionate about. Even if you don't, you have something in your life that you're passionate about, that she's not the only thing that you're sitting around waiting to happen. So, make yourself a little unavailable, and not in an artificial sense. Ideally, you're doing this in a genuine way where you just put your priorities, your life, above a girl that you might have gone on a couple dates with and you don't really know that well.
Women need something to compete against. So whether it's your job, whether it's your passion for going to music event, whatever your passion is, they want to tear you away from it. But the odd thing is they want to tear you away from it. But the minute they do tear you away from it, it's like, oh, that was easy. I'm bored. Move on.
Yep.
So, just to kind of set you in the right direction, what Rob and I realized was that it's very easy to say, oh, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. But when you're with the girl, it's not so easy to actually go, well, what do I do then? So we put together a video for you, and you can click the link below, and we're going to kind of walk you through something that we call the Scrambler. And this will make sure that she's the one confessing her feelings to you. She's the one always available to hang out.
Yeah, she's making all the mistakes in this video.
She's showing up at your house with a tray of cookies because she thinks it's going to impress you, Watch the video below and, leave a comment and let us know what you think.